Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This video today, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know how it's gonna go, but this is something that really wanted to talk about because this is something that interests me. So we're gonna just dive right into it, baby. We're just gonna get right into the good and the bad and the ugly. I'm ready for this, but like I said, I don't even know where it's gonna lead us. So if you are interested in hearing what I'm about to say, go ahead, hit that little thumbs up button so that way you can like this video for me. And then also go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that way you can see when all of these other videos go live. Just as a disclosure too, this isn't anything to really bash Disney World. I still enjoy going there. I still take my family there. We love it. We're actually going in a few weeks, so we're really excited. But these are just some of the things that I've noticed over the past few years that have really changed. And it could be a reason why their attendance is really down, because I have read that the park's attendance is really down and it is hurting Disney. So these might be things that other people are noticing too, not just us as a family, but also other people who maybe used to love going, and now they just don't go anymore. So like I said, these are just some of my opinions. So other people might have differing opinions, which is okay. If you want to go ahead and maybe share some of those opinions in the comments nicely, let's all play nice here. Let's not get into arguments or anything. Everybody's allowed to have their own opinions. So go ahead, leave those in the comments. Love to hear what everybody else thinks about these. So like I said, I love Disney World. I grew up going there actually almost every year. That was our family vacations. It was just what we did. We're theme park people. So we would go there, we would go to Universal. It's just what we enjoyed doing. So I grew up going there. I always knew I wanted to take my family there whenever I had kids. So it was always so much fun and so magical to me. But like I said, there's just some things that I've noticed over the past years that has just put a really bad taste in people's mouths. And one of those things is the price everything has become, the overall expensiveness of Disney World. It's almost like to stay in a nicer hotel on Disney grounds, to get tickets, to go for a week to take your family, maybe you have a family of 4. It's like taking out a second mortgage. My goodness. I just can't believe how much money it costs the average family to go to Disney World for the week. And I think the problem too is they're not promoting themselves to the average American family, which should be their biggest consumer. And there are things that they have gotten rid of that is just crazy to me. They used to have this thing called the Magical Express, if you remember that, and it was free transportation from the airport to your Disney hotel, which was incredible. That was something that was so nice. And now you have to find your own transportation. A lot of people will use different things like Mears Connect, they'll use Uber, there's a bunch of other different ride shares, there's a bunch of private transportation. But really getting rid of Disney's Magical Express, I feel like, was such a kick in the gut to all of us who like to go. And, we always fly down, so we never drive. So we don't like to wreck cars either. So having that Magical Express was so nice. So we do use Mears Connect, which is, it's priced fairly, I feel like, but even for just the 2 of us to buy, because my son's only 15 months old, so he gets to ride for free. He gets to do everything for free, which is great. But when we take him, he sits on our lap, but even to pay for my husband and I, it was like $80 for a round trip. So that's still a lot of money to pay. It's one of the cheaper options, but it's just crazy to me. And then also seeing how much more expensive tickets have gotten. We all know that those have rose like crazy. You look and see how much the hotels are. Those are insane. You always have to try to find deals on those. I will actually link my video below, which is my top money saving tips for Disney World. I've made a video all about that. So if you want to go ahead and watch it, I'm going to link it right below so you can go ahead, make it easy on you. But everything just has gone up in price. The tickets, the hotels, even the merchandise. When we go in, I remember looking at some of the merchandise in, whether it's at Disney Springs or any of the Disney parks, you go into the stores, and I would show my husband, and I would be like, oh, this is cute. And I would look at the price tag and I'd be like, this is not worth $80. Absolutely not. And I think that a lot of the normal consumers feel the same as me, because a lot of that merchandise sale is also down. So I know there's inflation right now. I know things are crazy right now, but we're kind of almost reaching a breaking point, I feel like, with the price of everything. And Disney's just almost gouging the typical family, as I said. So I really think a lot of people are just getting tired of the overall price and the expensiveness of everything. And then another thing that I think people are getting tired of is the fact that Disney is just, it seems like, always crowded. You can never find a good slow time to go. I remember when I was younger, I remember walking on Main Street and there was nobody around, because we would always go in the middle of January, we would go in February, where nobody would be there, and it was so nice. Now, if you go during those times, you are still shoulder to shoulder with people. I have heard that it seems like summertime is becoming the lower crowd levels, especially if you avoid even the holidays, though. It seems like, I think 4th of July was dead this past year. So it all depends. It's up and down, but honestly, anytime that we've gone, it still feels so crowded. And I do really miss those days where there was nobody there, where you could, I'm not saying that nobody was there, but the parks were nearly not as crowded as what they are now. So it can be really frustrating, especially whenever you might not go as much as what I would go, or maybe you go, or there, you might be going for the first time with your family, or it's been a really long time since you've gone and you want to do as much as you can, but yet it is just so crowded that you can't even do that. So I really feel for those families that are going through that and can't, ride all the rides that they want, can't see everything that they want, just because it is just insanely busy. And what's crazy to me is it is still so busy and the prices keep going up. So people keep paying those amounts and somehow it is still insanely busy. So that's a reason too why I don't think Disney's ever going to decrease any of their prices or anything, because people are still paying it. We're still the dummies, I guess, that are paying it. One other thing that I have really noticed when we have gone, these past few years, rather than whenever I would go, like I said, when I was younger with my family, and even, about 5 years ago when me and my husband would go, we were just married and it would be just us going. There has been a really big change in the workers that they have, the cast members, as you will. Now, these are employees of Disney World who work there, but I have felt like they have completely lost their magic. It is really sad to me, because I feel like that was the whole thing that made it such a magical place and such an amazing place. It really was the cast members. And the last couple times that I have gone, I have seen cast members who just looked miserable. They did not want to be there. They were on their phones, they were snacking, they were drinking, and it was, drinking water, not actually drinking. But, I was like, wow, this is, not for me, but even for like the kids, I'm like, this is so sad, because when I was a kid, those people loved their job. They loved being there. They showed it. They were just excited and they were really into it. And I did not have that my last couple of experiences. I just felt like everybody was annoyed that it was basically like a job. So they could be working anywhere else and they were still being the same. And that, like I said, was not how it used to be. That used to be, you had a passion to work there. You were so excited. You were ready to, make these kids, give them the magic that they wanted. That's what they were there for. And it's just, I feel like it's almost gone, which is so sad to me. So I really hope that something comes back where, they could really almost crack down on their employees and hopefully hire those people who want to work there. Maybe people just don't want to work there anymore. Maybe it's not kind of the dream job. I remember I really wanted to do the Disney college program, which I never did, but I was so excited to do it and I was all about it, but I don't know. I'm not sure. So like I said, let me know if you guys see this too, because I just don't want to think that I'm crazy or, but in my past experiences, it is just not the same as it was before with the cast members. And then one of the other things I've noticed as we've gone down recently compared to the other times, it has been really kind of annoying with some of the Disney adults. Now, I'm not talking about all of them. I am not talking about, those who want to do their Disney bounding and dress up. That is great. I love that. I love that people can put an effort into that. If they're in love with Disney and that's what they want to do, that's great. I love Disney too. But I guess I'm talking about those ones that go into the parks with no kids. They don't have kids yet. And they act like they own everything. I mean, come on, you're at a kids park. I have gotten so many comments, so many scoffers, and we always try to be respectful whenever we go down there. We always try to pull a stroller off if we're stopping to do something. We don't want to stand in front of people. We want to be cognizant, knowing that that is not just our vacation, that is other people's vacation. So we want to be polite, we want to be respectful. But it just seems like I got so many people who were almost annoyed of the fact that we had a stroller, that we had a baby, that we had, a toddler running around. It was like, you do realize that you're in a kids park, right? Like, this isn't an adult park. I know that there are some things that are meant for adults, like the Star Wars and, there's Avatar, which is really cool, but I just feel like some of these people don't realize that there's a lot more kids down here than, anywhere else. So if you are one of those people, like I said, I love it. I think that it's great if that's how you want to go on vacation. That's how I choose to go on vacation too. But if you're not going to be respectful of other families with little kids and other, maybe other people who are going, then maybe just don't go. Maybe you need to go to a secluded beach by yourself where there's no strollers and take your vacation that way. Very nicely, I'm going to say that. But, if not, then let's just all get along. Let's all be nice. Let's all be respectful. I understand sometimes it can be frustrating. Sometimes it can be hot. Sometimes it can be crowded. But if you, go in with a good mentality, if you go in happy and, ready to be respectful of other people, then I think it could work out. I think it'll be good. But if you have a bad attitude, a sour attitude, then stay out of there. So those were my top annoyances, I guess, right now with the Disney World. Like I said, I still love it. We still go, but these were just things that I have noticed where I'm like, wow, we have really lost the magic, I feel like. And Disney just really needs a kick in the butt to get it back. I feel like a lot of things that have been in the media have been really bad about them. I think that they need to stay away from the political side of things. I think that they just need to start making good kid-friendly movies again. Keep everything out that, parents don't want, that parents don't want to see. A lot of the newer movies, we do not let our kids watch because we just don't like it. That is not something that needs to be brought into kid movies. That is something that we will discuss with our kids when we feel the time is right. So another thing, I guess, that's another little annoyance that I have. But I mainly with the parks, those were my top 4 annoyances that I have right now. So like I said, let's comment. Let's see what else you guys are feeling. And like I said, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we are actually going to be going in a few weeks and I will be vlogging our trip. I am so excited. It's going to be for the Christmas party. It's actually going to be for my 30th birthday, which is right around Christmas. So big deal, but I cannot wait. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time. Bye.